How do you use JavaScript Debugger step over, step into, and step out? Imagine you're trying to find a bug in your code, but it feels like searching for a needle in a haystack. The good news is, debugging tools give you a way to take control of your code and see exactly what happens step by step. Today, we're going to look at how you can use the commands step over, step into, and step out in your JavaScript debugging process. These commands are part of the debugging tools available in web browsers like Google Chrome, Microsoft Edge, and development environments such as Visual Studio Code. When your code hits a breakpoint and pauses, these commands help you navigate through your code more precisely. First, let's talk about step over. This command runs the current line of code and then pauses at the next line. If that line calls a function, step over will execute the entire function without stopping inside it. It's perfect when you trust that the functions are working correctly or when you want to skip over parts of the code you already understand. For example, if your code calls a utility function that you know works fine, you can use step over to skip inside that function and move on to the next line. Next is step into. This command is more detailed. When you use step into on a line that calls a function, it pauses right at the first line inside that function. This allows you to see exactly what's happening inside the function, which is helpful if you suspect there's a bug there or if you want to understand how the function works. For instance, if a button click triggers a function and you want to see how it processes data, step into will take you inside that function so you can watch each line execute. Then we have step out. This command is useful when you're deep inside a function and want to finish it quickly. Instead of stepping through each line, step out resumes running the code until the current function ends, then pauses at the point where it was called. This saves time if you realize the current function isn't the main issue or if you want to return to a higher level of your code. For example, if you're inside a complex function and want to go back to the main flow, step out will get you there fast. Using these commands effectively makes your debugging much more efficient. You can choose to go deeper into functions with step into, skip over trusted code with step over, or exit a function early with step out. These commands are usually available as buttons in your development tools or can be triggered with keyboard shortcuts. In Chrome DevTools, for example, F10 is for step over, F11 for step into, and Shift plus F11 for step out. Mastering these controls helps you find bugs faster and understand your code better during development.